Hey guys, welcome back to Look Who's Talking Podcast. My name is Onicia and I am your host. Thank you guys for tuning in. Do me a favor, if you are new here, welcome. Make sure you click that subscribe button. If you are a returning viewer, thank you again for the support. Please make sure that I want you guys to know, I want you guys to know that this is a platform created for your voice to be heard while spreading love, encouraging healing, and embracing vulnerability. We are back with part 2 of Mancave. I got my big dog Marcus. I took it real light on him last conversation, but for this conversation part 2, I ain't taking it easy on him. The girls had been hitting me up because the girls want to tussle a little bit, so we here, tonight we gonna tussle. You ready?
I'm ready.
You
I'm
good?
ready. I'm ready. I'm ready.
Okay. All right. So you guys know we kind of like touch bases, talked about a little bit like, with dating, a man's perspective, a woman's perspective, but everybody's perspective is different, right? We all date different, right?
Correct.
Right. And so some of the things we kind of talked about was pretty much making sure you're standing on whatever your non-negotiables are. We're making sure we talked about pretty much communicating in a relationship, what that may look like for you. We talked a little bit about situationships, entanglements, relationships, almost taking that step, almost being there to a committed relationship. Then the guy wants to curveball us, right? Yeah, we talked about all of that. And so I'm gonna get right into the nitty gritty. We ain't got, we're gonna get right on into it. So my question is that why are men so manipulative?
Manipulative.
Yeah.
We
That's your job.
We jumping.
I'm coming in hot tonight.
We jumping out the gate early.
Hey.
I'm offended.
I saw my home girls, so I had y'all tonight, so we getting into it, right?
So this how we doing it. Okay.
Yeah.
Manipulative.
Why we so
Men are manipulative. That's not what I know. That's not how I know things to be.
Okay.
All right. When we look at manipulation, what tools do we have to manipulate other than money? Okay. Now, if we could talk about manipulation, I believe from a man's standpoint, we are manipulated 10 times more than y'all.
You think so?
Oh yeah, of course, because we're on a podcast, and I know this is a Christian audience, but Christian people, they be trying.
We all
We
got a
date
date life,
exactly. So women, I need my hair done, nails done for the date. Okay, we don't have a problem doing that. We'll send you a couple dollars, do that, whatever. All right, then I need this, I need that, I need this, I need that. So by the time it's all said and done, we sitting around here waiting to see if you like us or not, and we out of $500 in a couple dates. Okay, 6-7 dates. Y'all still, I don't like y'all. So my question is, who's the real manipulator there? Because a lot of times we spending the most, or we putting out the most, I should say, and we get a lot less in return.
Okay.
So if men are manipulative, then what that make y'all?
So when I was saying why are men manipulative, I wasn't talking about from the finances standpoint.
Right.
I wasn't talking about the providing and giving the money. I wasn't talking about that. I'm talking about from a standpoint of you guys can be very deceiving sometimes.
Okay.
There are some things that you guys don't communicate. It be very much so miscommunication. And sometimes when it's time to have that hard conversation, then it's like, oh no. Basically, let me just make it long story short.
Okay.
So we get into these entanglements and situationships, right?
Right.
And men manipulate it to say, this is what I want. And when it's time for the woman to say, okay, I'm ready to move forward, I'm ready to be in a relationship, and this is not what I'm ready for.
Good.
Why did we manipulate that?
All right.
Like, why we just didn't come straight up out front? Like, because a lot of times when we going into these situationships and entanglements, some men don't communicate that, oh, I'm just chilling, or I'm not looking for a relationship.
That's true. A lot of times, us as men, we will tell y'all what we wanted, what we need to tell y'all in order to get what you want. Okay, and once we got what we wanted, then it's like, okay, well, this is not so appealing as I thought it would be. All right, it's just the nature of the beast.
That's
okay,
right.
but let me say, we talked about this a little bit last time. You have to know the type of guy you're dealing with. Right.
But some women don't know that. And some men know that. Some women don't know that. And they manipulate that.
That's playing on weak women, though.
They do. Because I was about to say, not every woman is going to be a strong, independent woman to where I can see straight through you. I'm going to call it for what it is. I'm going to communicate. Some women is not like that. We have some women who are gullible. We have some that are very easy to deceive, easy to manipulate, and men play on that. Why do we do that? Drake, you are behind the camera.
Dudes be simping.
You are okay. We're not talking about simping right now. We're just talking about why we do that. Like, cause not every woman gonna see straight through it. And so I feel like as a man, why we play on it?
I mean, I don't think men play on that
You don't
like
think
you
so?
think. I mean,
Wow, that's
I believe that
crazy.
I believe that it is a 50-50 thing with that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Women manipulated are manipulators, and so
Mm-hmm.
are men.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, a lot of times you see what you want to see in a brother. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
now he could say, "Oh yeah, I want to be married," but you see his actions not lining up to that. That's why I said last time, if what he's saying and what he's doing are not lining up, then he don't mean that.
Mm-hmm.
It's the same thing. If I want to marry you, my actions gonna show that. But if I just want to if I'm here for a short time, not a long time, my actions gonna show that. It's y'all fault for still letting that stuff happen like that.
Hold on.
Okay, and I'm just gonna keep it real with you.
Hold
Like
up.
if homeboy is saying,
Hold
if he's
up.
showing that that's not what he want, and you still sitting around there, oh, I just wanted to marry me so bad. We've been in this thing 5 years together. That's why I say he could be with you 16 years and y'all never get married. It's because you keep allowing that because you want it to happen so bad.
That's facts, but y'all still give false hope. Men still give false hope. I don't care what nobody say. I feel like men still sometimes manipulate that. It's saying what I say to get what I want.
That's true. I mean, it's a dangerous game.
It's
Okay,
very.
let me say that it's a dangerous game to tell women I love you, I want to be with you, I want to
Mm-hmm.
marry you,
Mm-hmm.
so forth, and knowing that you really don't mean that.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Okay, because women y'all get
Mm-hmm.
attached,
Mm-hmm.
and y'all
And we
get to the
do.
point of you end up almost harming somebody because you played on my top.
Oh, I don't know nothing about that. You can count me
This
out
is
of that
why.
equation. Because let me tell you, baby, when I gotta go, I'm gonna go. You ain't gonna never get me to that point. Because see, when you get to me to that point, then I know you ain't the one for me.
Right.
We ain't even got to
I
do
mean,
all
Jasmine
that.
Sullivan got a whole song. I bust the windows out your car
Yeah.
because she
And
felt
I like
played.
that song.
She felt.
Hey, sometimes, just speaking, like sometimes y'all do trigger us. Sometimes we do feel played. And we may have to put on a little song just because we listening to a song. Though that don't mean we don't do it. That don't mean
Music is highly influential.
it is.
Okay.
But I like that song.
Okay.
So I ain't gonna bust nobody with them. But I like that song.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
Okay. I'm with it. But I mean, it's the same way. We feel played too a lot of time. But we get shadow with you a man, suck it up, right? But y'all play on our top. Y'all take us for our money, leave us looking crazy, and y'all go mess with our people. Okay? Well, I like your friend more than I like you anyway. But we supposed to be cool. That's a little sign. That's manipulation too. Y'all, a lot of time y'all use what y'all have to slow us down, to not let us do stuff, to oh I'm not gonna give you none if whatever the case may be. I'm sorry, viewers.
It's okay.
This us
We
talking
have
real.
no.
Okay,
It's okay.
I'm not gonna give you none. You gotta work for it a little harder. Oh, you gotta earn this, earn that, and then the whole time, what we getting in return? Like we just spinning our wheels over and over and over and over and over. So we're manipulated at a higher rate. But again, back to the original question, men use certain things to get what they want sometimes. Now, or to be honest with you, we're not always manipulating. Sometimes we do actually want what we want. But once we see that it's not you, then our feelings towards you change.
But then why we don't just communicate that?
Co-
Why do we start doing things like communication
Uh-huh.
change? We're making excuses. I can't do this. I can't do that. Why we can't be adults about it and just communicate that I see this is going in a different direction. I did like you up front, but then getting to know you now, this not gonna work. And why I'm gonna communicate that? And then it's like when women start to notice these changes and we start to confront these changes, then it becomes a problem. And then y'all start to try to play us like we crazy and like we delusional because y'all do that, right?
We do. Yeah, we
Yeah.
do. We do.
And so that be the triggering part for women because it's like you was liking all of this, you were okay with all of this. Now your feelings have changed. You're not communicating that your feelings has changed, and so now I'm just reacting on my emotions, and now I'm delusional and I'm crazy because I'm standing on business.
I mean, sometimes some of them are delusional.
You are right. You are. It's okay.
Sometimes,
I thought I was coming in hot tonight.
sometimes it is delusional and crazy, and that's what we don't like.
Wow.
Okay.
Okay.
I say sometimes. I ain't saying all the time.
What makes it delusional or crazy?
Like if a brother telling you up front, like I want that. If I see it in you, you have to listen to key words. If I see it in you, that's where we gonna go. Okay, when I don't see it in you and we don't go there, and you still thinking off of what I said in the beginning, like, hey, I want to be married. Well, you said you want to be married. Why we not married? I said if I see it in you. Okay, that's where we at. We still stuck on.
You also said when I don't see it in you, but you didn't communicate that when I'm starting to not see it in you.
Because I got a little feelings for you, and I don't want to hurt your feelings.
No, no.
I mean that's
No.
why why
I feel like a lot of times men run away from communicating hard things.
I agree.
We have to say the hard things.
I agree.
However, I feel like it is a nice way to say the hard things, but a lot of times we don't want to say the hard things. Why we do why?
I mean, a lot of times y'all are much better at arguing than us,
Here we are.
and so a lot of
are.
we're not as good with our words as you guys are. You don't get a lot of brothers that's good with their words. I'm good with my words, but most brothers are not.
I
Yeah,
noticed that.
yeah, they are. Most
You're
brothers
good
are
with his
not.
words, y'all.
Yeah, I am. Most brothers are not good with their words. It's just like, man, I don't know,
No,
they
I
gonna
feel
get
like
quiet.
y'all are good with y'all words when it's something in it for you.
I'm good with my
I
words.
feel like
period.
y'all are good with y'all words when y'all want to manipulate a situation or when you need to get what it is that you want. You are very great with your words.
I'm good with my words, period. Most brothers not. Most
no.
brothers not. When it comes down to hard conversations, most brothers like,
I'm not talking about hard conversations. I'm talking about easy conversations.
that's
I'm
a hard
talking
conversation
about-
to tell you, hey, I thought I wanted to marry you, but I don't.
I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about conversations when, I want to take you on a date. Oh, I like you. Oh, let's spend time together. This, and that. Y'all are very great at communicating. Y'all are very great with y'all words
Yeah.
in the beginning, in the
Yeah.
butterfly stage. But then when we get to knowing each other, all of a sudden, man, I'm not good with my words. What we doing?
I don't know that because most brothers that I
we
know,
doing?
we know how to say those type of things. Those things are easy to deal with. Like, let's go somewhere. Now, if you listen to a brother, he gonna tell you what it is, and you could tell a brother who's good with communication and who's not upfront. You know, if you get a phone call and the most thing he's doing is yeah, or you getting a whole lot of WYD text, that's not a brother that's good with his words. So don't expect it to change once y'all get in a relationship. Okay, so are you okay?
I'm listening.
Okay,
Go
because
ahead.
at the end of the day, every man is not gonna sit up there and give you the whole rundown like y'all like it. So you ask a brother, how was your day? It was straight. You ask a woman, how was your day? Oh, let me tell you, I went to Starbucks this morning. I got this, is that. You give us the whole rundown. When you got the two varying differences with communication, you're gonna feel like that. That don't mean we manipulating you. That don't mean that we not able to have the easy or hard conversations. It just mean that we just not that
That
type.
does mean that.
How does that mean
That
that?
does mean that.
Okay.
I've learned that one thing I agree with. I've learned that with a lot of men, when it comes to arguments, if we are a little rowdy, we can sometimes be with all the rah-rah, the screaming, the yelling, this, and that, and it causes men to shut down. 'Cause
Correct.
we put the wall up because we like, okay, you yelling, you screaming. I don't want to, we're not even finna talk about it because you're doing too much. But then there are some men to where you have some women who will come and let's just have an adult conversation and it's still, oh, I didn't put a wall up. I don't want to talk about it. Why are we doing that?
I mean, that's a defense mechanism. Okay, because women say this to your viewers. Women's way of abuse is with the mouth.
Verbal,
Okay,
yeah.
They will
Sometimes
verbally
we could go below the
they will verbally abuse you. Okay, dude was mad at you about something, and he just say, I ain't like that. Okay, well, what about what I don't like? I don't like when you have your dirty drawers. You know, it's like, bro, I was just saying what I ain't like. So you know what? Instead of me going back and forth with you, and then y'all say stuff like, you arguing like you a woman. Okay, well, when I'm trying to talk to you and argue with you, then now you call me a woman. Oh, that's what women do. So you know what? Let me just hush.
But I feel like that's different. We like how we say not all men are the same.
Correct.
Not all women are the same.
Correct.
So I feel like if we keep running into women that's always rah-rah, going below the belt, verbal abuse, then you got to change your interest in women.
I agree. 100%.
And then the question got to be is why am
I picking that?
Why do I always attract these type of women? Because there's something that you like about that type of woman.
I mean, you attract who you are and where you are. If you attract a rowdy, rah-rah chick,
that's you.
That's who you are. That's what you like.
You like
Okay,
that
if
at
you
some
attract a soft-spoken, passive woman, that's the type of person that you are. That's the kind of person you like. But you attract what you get. But back to I think what you're trying to figure out is why are we like this?
I'm trying to figure out. Y'all see
I mean, you know, like,
no, it was just a question that the viewers wanted to know. I said I would ask the question.
Yeah, the viewers need to understand. If you see that all right, slow down, Marcus. What you have to do is find somebody or know your person, know your partner. All right. If I know how my partner communicates, I know how to make them talk. If I know how my partner listens, I know what to say in order to get what I need to get out of them. every man, if that's your woman, if that's your man or whatever, you should know how to talk to him to find out like what's going on. Like, hey, it's one way to talk to us without shutting down. Because everybody not gonna shut down. If you talk to us in a way where we can understand it and it doesn't feel like a nagging session or arguing session, or you don't catch me when I'm playing the game or whatever, then we can talk about it. But you catch me first thing in the morning when I first wake up, or
But
if
why I can't answer your question when you playing the game?
I mean, you know,
Like,
some of that is cool. Some people it's cool. I'm cool with it. But if I'm online, like, give me 1 second. As soon as I get off, we're gonna talk. Okay, that's some people. I'm not a gamer, so I don't really know how that go. But for some of us, if you catch us at the right time, we have a good talk. You didn't cook something like, how was your day? It was good. So okay, so when we gonna do stuff? Learn how to talk to your person, because every man not gonna shut down on you. If you know how to talk to us, if you took time to get to know us, then we will listen. We'll be open and honest and attentive to what you have to say. But if you come at us at the wrong time with the wrong attitude, your face all frowned up, bunched up, I'm not gonna hear nothing you say because I'm automatically in the defense mode.
but what if you did something that made their face all swell up?
Then I
and
gotta
boxed
take my
all
lick.
up?
I gotta
Then
take my lick.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's what it is. Even taking my lick, we still gonna sit back like, you right. I know, I know, and we gonna try to pay it away. Go buy some roses, buy some flowers. That's what our homeboys gonna tell us to do. Man, get the girls some roses because you messed up. Do something. Take us somewhere. Do something. That's all we know. That's what we know. But you have to realize relationships. People operate on what they see, what they saw. Okay, so if I saw my daddy, he messed up, so all he did was pay for it. Then that's what he do. If I saw my mama mad, she throwing stuff everywhere, that's what I'm gonna do. We only operate off of what we seen unless we learn something different. So if you have a brother that you need to find out something going on, talk to him. Learn your people. Learn your spouse. Learn your man. Learn your mate. That's all I have to say about
But
it.
if that's all I seen,
Uh-huh.
and if you throwing stuff, and if you shutting down and all of that, then to me that's a trauma response. So now you got to
Agree.
go get therapy.
You gotta go get
because
therapy.
there's some childhood trauma there that you have to work on. I'm not a therapist. I'm your spouse.
Correct.
And I think a lot of times when men get into relationships, don't get me wrong, as your significant other, there are times I'm about to put my big girl shoes on and step in for my significant other. Baby,
Yeah.
what's wrong? Let's talk about it. But then when I identify that this stuff is bigger than me, then you got to go get help.
Correct.
Because you can't feel like you can come and dump all this on me and I'm supposed to be okay with this, or I'm supposed to help, like not help, but I'm supposed to figure this out for you. No, I didn't create those childhood
Correct,
traumas.
correct.
Y'all might get a little sight, but I ain't create them childhood traumas. So it's not my job to fix it. I'm not a therapist. You got to
Correct.
go seek professional help for
Correct.
that. And I feel like a lot of times people do struggle. There is trauma, and they feel like when we meet these women, they depend on these women to fix these traumas. No, that's not my job.
That's women and men alike. Okay, that's why I believe that after any person who's been in a long relationship, you need to get some type of therapy after you come out of there. Okay, a lot of times people spend time by yourself, get healed from that. You do need to spend time, but you also need to attack those issues too. All right, I'll speak on my own. I got therapy. Okay, because I realized I was in the same routine of things. Right, dealing with the same person, doing the same thing. I'm the issue in a lot of issues. I'm doing the same stuff that I did. I realize I'm saying the same thing to this person that I was saying to the last person. So I say, time out. Let me go get therapy. I got a therapist to fix my own issues because I'm not bringing that into the next situation. A lot of times we don't stop and take time to get therapy
Right,
and
and we
get
just
healed,
jump into
and we
something
bring it.
else.
That's men and women alike.
Yeah.
Oh, you act just like my ex. I don't want to hear about your ex. I ain't your ex. Okay. If we say the same thing about you, maybe that's something that you need to address. Okay. But that's not meaning that I want to be your therapist. If I got to be a therapist, I don't want to be your man.
No.
And that's just what it is. I want you to get healed from that. Then we can talk about it. Because if I'm working on healing on my own self, I don't want to come to you and have to be your healer too. Just like that.
You kind of made sense.
I know. I know.
A little bit, not too much though.
I know.
Because let me say this, I like that. Y'all know I'm an advocate for therapy. I would say you go to therapy, go get help. If there's trauma, go do what you got to do to fix you. Do what you got to do to heal you. But I'm not 50-50, but sometimes I'm kind of on the fence when men go get therapy, because I feel like sometimes we can go get therapy and we could become so self-aware of all of these problems and what's wrong with me to where we can sometimes manipulate that. Like, I know I'm bad at communication. You know I go to therapy for it, but I'm working on it. You get what I'm saying? And so that's why I be like, I want you to get the help, but then I don't want you to weaponize that.
Yeah. And that's what happens. You know, I've been guilty of that as well. You know, I'm
big dog.
I'm in therapy, so you know, and it's an excuse to
see,
not.
yeah.
So I mean, that's true. I've done that, not intentionally, but because it's like, you know, well, you know, I'm in therapy, so you know, I'm working on that. But it's actually what it is. Sometimes when I just don't want to communicate, I might use that too. Because I just don't want to talk about certain things. That don't mean that it's right. It just mean I've done that.
Excuse.
I've done that. Yes, it is an excuse, but I have done that before.
That's the cheap way out.
It is. It is.
And
but
that's not okay.
It's not. But I mean, it's
But
just sometimes what we do.
No, but that's not okay.
I mean, you know.
And so it's like if you go to therapy and you go, like if you go get the help, go get the help, but don't weaponize it.
I agree.
I don't feel like, oh, I'm about to say, but you know I'm in therapy, so I can curve all this. So you know what? You know what? We're going to just throw it on the background. I got a lot going on. You know I'm in therapy for it. And I'm not saying just because people are in therapy for such stuff or when you get into a disagreement with them, you throwing up their childhood trauma and what they dealing with, you know, because that's never okay to throw that up in people's face. But don't feel like you can always use that as an excuse neither to get out of communicating or having a conversation.
Correct.
Because see, then now I'm triggered. And now I may bust your windows out your car. I would not bust the back windows out their car. I just wanted to say that. But you get what I'm saying? So I feel like a lot of times men do things to get reactions out of women, and sometimes we react in a way that they don't like, and then we're labeled as delusional and crazy. I had somebody call me delusional before. That word is very triggering for me, and I really did not do nothing that was delusional. If anybody know me, I am very nonchalant. No, don't do that. Hey, I tell my viewers that I'm gonna be open and transparent, but I don't get too much into the conversation because you know I'm still But I was told I was delusional because it was just basically we were having a conversation, and I basically addressed what you were showing me.
Okay.
And then it was like pretty much trying to call me delusional.
Okay.
Because I'm confronting you about what I see. And I feel like it would really trigger me because it was like, men, we choose to communicate what we want to communicate. And then when they get called out about it, you're delusional because that's not what I said. Yeah, you did right. You didn't say that, and that's a problem for me because why you didn't say that. So we're gonna lay off on delusion. we gonna lay off on the red delusion.
Okay.
But if anybody know me, I am very nonchalant. I don't really be with no rah-rah. Not when I'm in a relationship because I feel like it don't take all of it, and I feel like if it gotta take all of it, then I gotta take my exit. Because why am I doing all?
I think we mistake delusional for narcissist. Okay.
Who a narcissist?
I ain't saying you.
Because somebody called me that before too. Hold up. Hold up.
I think narcissism is what a lot of people, they don't know the difference between the two. Delusion is when you thinking something that it ain't it. Narcissism is when you trying to make it like it's all you and not me. Okay. So I think sometimes we mix the two up.
No, it wasn't no narcissist.
I understand. Yeah, I understand. I'm saying we as people, because you know we get a new word. Oh, everything is delusional. Everything, that's a narcissist, you know. But we don't know the meaning of those two things. Sometimes I could just call you like, I don't like what you said. I think what you said was crazy. Instead of calling you crazy. I think what you said was delusional. I think how you see that is delusional. I'm not calling you delusional.
No, you're not.
But when
you're
you
just
hear,
saying my actions.
Yeah, when you hear delusional, you outrate. I done went to 1,000 because you called me delusional.
No, I was called delusional.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying.
That's what made me trip.
Yeah.
Like,
so
I forgot I was saved in that moment. Hey, y'all, I'm just being honest.
Yeah,
I forgot I was saved.
Yeah, understand. Well, and that's why too in relationships up front. Look, that word delusional, that's a trigger for me.
No, it's a trigger.
It's a trigger. Listen, sir, if you don't want to see this other side of O, you want to keep Onicia or you want Big O. Which one you want? Because if you, there's a word that flips the switch on it. And so for everybody, we got a trigger. That's why I think we talked about that last time, knowing your triggers. Yeah. Okay, because that's a triggering word for you. Don't call me delusional. I don't care if I am acting it. Learn another way to talk to me about it.
But if I'm not acting it, especially, now let me say this. If I'm acting it, that's something different. But if I'm just calling you out on your bull and you go to that trying to make me seem like I'm delusional, yeah, we may have to catch the slab. Because what's the problem?
I ain't gonna catch no slab with no woman.
Yeah, you're right. But I'm just, figure of speech. I ain't gonna catch a slab with no man.
Right.
That's a fight I can't win. Ain't gonna even try. But, I'm just like, you can make me feel that way. Because what we doing.
Right.
And so, another thing,
Okay.
What we gotta ask is,
You rolling up the sleeves and everything.
ooh, I am.
Lord.
Yeah, I got a little warm. Y'all I got warmed up now. So why do we make choices for women? And when I say make choices, we choose what we want to tell and what we don't want to tell.
That's
and it's
easy.
not listen.
Okay, I'm sorry.
And it's I didn't tell you this because I didn't want to hurt your feelings or because I don't feel like it was nothing to tell. But in our actuality, it do be something to tell. And I feel like when you do that, that's more so of you trying to make a decision for me. Don't make a decision for me. Let me make that decision. If it's something that I want to put up with, it's something I want to deal with, tell me what it is up front, and I'm going to let you know if it's something I want to deal with.
Give me an example of what
Why
you
we
mean by that.
hiding it?
Give me an example of what you mean by that.
Let me think of an example. So it could be, let me see. I don't want to put my business out.
Don't put your business out. Just a general example. All right, so I'll generalize it. All right, so a brother got a girlfriend, but he ain't told you that. Why you hear that information from me? Let me know if I want to deal
There
with
we
you
go.
as a side piece or
Right.
not. Okay, that's wrong. Okay, if you gonna be a cheater, be upfront about it. You understand what I'm saying? Don't sit up here and tell the other girl, "Oh, I'm
Hold on,
single."
let me not say exactly. Because I ain't never played the side for
Yeah,
nobody.
no,
'Cause
right.
I
I'm
said
saying,
exactly
yeah,
like, you
exactly,
know.
because you agreeing with the
Yeah,
statement. Yeah, we know you're not a side piece, but
Right.
if that's what you want to do, be honest about it. Look, I ain't really looking to settle down. I'm just trying to plan the field. Say that. That gives a person an understanding of what you're dealing with. If that's what you're talking about. If you got 5 kids, but you only have one all the time, okay, say, look, I got 5. Me and the baby mama don't see eye on the other 4. You know, you see this one is the only one I have. Those are things that you're talking about as far as being honest about. Now, excuse me, there's other things that we may not talk about with y'all because of the way that you guys react to certain things, right? So, for example, if I know that, you know, if I tell you I had to go stop by the store over in the neighborhood where my baby mom at, and you gonna trip. Well, why you over there? Why you over? So we'll withhold that information. Not saying it's the right thing to do, but we'll withhold it to stop from having arguments or stop from having an issue where we gotta tell you or argue with you about what we had going on. So I'm not saying it's right, but that's why we do what we do, because we don't want to. We feel like we know how you gonna react already, so we just withhold that from having issues down the road.
But I think that creates issues.
It does.
Because I feel like what's done in the dark comes to the light.
It does, and it's not that we meant it to be done in the dark. It's just a lot of times.
You hid it from me.
I mean,
You did because you don't anything that you hide from me. You know what the word says, secrecy is a trap. So at this point, if you keeping secrets from me and you're hiding stuff from me, you got to know that's gonna hit the fan. Eventually, when I find out, because I'd rather you tell me than to hear or see it from
If it's
somebody
something
else.
that I feel like it needs to be, then I should. Whether it's hard to tell you or not, I should tell you. But if it's something along the lines like, you know, my mama borrowed $300, and
Yeah.
you know, I mean, that could have been a situation where we talk about stuff like that, and I did it. You know, maybe I should have told you that up front. You know, because that's something that, well, mama gonna come hand me the money in front of you. Well, where that come from? Oh, she had borrowed this and so forth. Those are things that starts argument, because if you lie about that, then you lie about anything. Okay? I ain't lie. I just didn't say nothing because I knew that you would probably have a problem, because I know you don't like my mom or something. You know what I'm saying? These are just examples. Okay? We, like I say, we hold stuff because we know how y'all gonna react, and we try not to put it in a place of let's have an argument about it or let's argue. It's easier to fix it after it comes up than it is to just open up. That's how we feel. I'm just telling you how we feel. Not saying it's right, but it's easier to just have the conversation after the fact if it comes up. Or if not, let me just fix it and keep it going. So
Let me get ahead of the scandal. Let me
Yeah.
control the scandal.
I mean, that's
Not
how y'all
let
feel, and then
Not,
y'all be
don't let the scandal come out and then I got to try to fix this or I got to try to understand this. No.
I mean, that's true. It's like sometimes we'll tell on ourselves when we know the scandal gonna hit, and we try to hurry up and catch it. Like, yeah, so you know, you remember Rebecca from work? You know, you know, I know you ain't like her, but we kissed one time. You know, knowing it's more, but we gotta ease the brunt a little bit. Those are the things you're talking about. Like, I don't know. I can't tell you how to do that, because we just when we caught up, our initial reaction is to lie about it. Like, you know,
Yes.
like, man, I
Try to
don't.
find the right words to say.
What
try
you
to
know,
find
you
your
know,
way
like,
out of it.
yeah, yeah. So I can't help y'all with that one.
Dang, so that mean that probably something he's still doing.
No,
Y'all.
wait.
Read between the lines. He can't help you with that because he private. Hey, read between the lines, y'all.
Now hold up, look who's talking. Hold up. That ain't me at all. I'm not married, so as far as doing stuff like that, I don't have to do all that. Okay. If I'm doing something wrong and I'm getting caught up, I'm caught up. Okay. If I'm lying about something, I'm lying, and that's just what it is. You don't have to be.
That's just what it is.
Yeah, it's what it is, because why should I have to lie to you and break you down? Okay, again, what my job ain't to make you feel bad or look bad. Okay, one thing about women I've learned, from years of dealing with, y'all don't want to look crazy to other people. Okay, so my easiest way of softening that blow is to tell you what it is. All right, I ain't gonna even lie. I'm caught up. Okay, it happened like that. In the past, have I done that? No, because it's easy to just tell to not say nothing. That's number one. Number two, when I found out, it's easy to be quiet. Then once it blow up, now I gotta go ahead and tell the whole truth. That was a hard way to do stuff. Okay, you got women getting mad, hurt. You got to worry about sugar in your gas tank. Being ran over by a car.
You went to the some toxic women. You had some. Cause I mean, God, sugar. Oh man,
gotta almost get ran over by cars and stuff.
Yeah.
Being chased down and pulled up on, like,
yeah,
huh?
I don't think I've never been. I know I've never been that person.
That's good. Thank God for that.
Thank God for that. I feel like if you're going to put me in them type of situations to act like that, then we just don't need to be there. I feel like it's never that serious.
I agree.
And if it starts to get that serious, you got to just find your way. You got to. Okay, remember we said normalize breaking up.
Breaking up is not a bad thing to do.
It's not.
And if you run across men or women that's manipulative, that don't know how to communicate, and that's what you need, see if that's a relationship that you want to continue. Okay, because a lot of times we stay in relationships and it's not going where we want it to go, but we stay there and then we hurt, and so it's like, now, well, he hurt me. Okay, well, you stayed there knowing that the type of person he was. So that's actually both of y'all fault. Yeah, he did hurt you, but you stayed. Okay, yeah, she did do you wrong, but you stayed. Yeah, she cheated on you, but you stayed. Yeah, he cheated on you, but you stayed. Those are things that you have to say, okay, look, can I deal with all this? Okay. Do I want to deal with all this? Do I want to live the rest of my life dealing with stuff like that? You can't expect somebody to change. Change is not guaranteed. Okay. As far as this person changing, life changes is inevitable. It's going to happen. But me being a different person tomorrow is not guaranteed. Okay. Dealing with me is dealing with the stuff that you actually see. Not what I say, is what you actually see. You see that he's a cheater, he's a liar. You might have a couple years without that happening, but if you see that that's who he is, that's the pattern of him, then that's who he is. If you see that she don't want to work, she don't want to do nothing around the house, then that's genuinely who she is. She might change for a few years if you make a lot of money, but those things are stuff that you have to see that, look, this is something that I just can't deal with. Even if it was something that was okay in the beginning, once it switches, say, okay, look, I can't deal with this. Give me an exit strategy. Look, we're going to have to figure something else out because I can't do this no more. A lot of times it's easy to say, let's break up when you don't have a long relationship, but you can't always just say that when you have a long relationship. It's easy to say it in the beginning, I should say, instead of a long term. Like if we together 5 or 6 months and I see all these things, it's easy to walk away. But if we together 5 or 6 years and I see all these things, it's a little harder. Because at that point, we have a little more invested in this thing. If you seriously invested.
A little harder.
Yeah, it's a little harder to walk away, I'm saying. Not to have a conversation. It's a little harder. Because I love you for real at that point. Okay? You are somebody.
I do, but I love me too.
That's true.
So,
That's true. But when you're in a relationship, it's not like, you shouldn't walk away from everything in a relationship.
You should.
Sometimes you should have to work it out.
There are some things that we just need to walk away from.
That is true. That's true. That's true. I agree with that 100%.
Like, I feel like society is just growing up. They have made women to believe that, stick with your man, see it through with your man, that's your man, fight for your marriage. Yeah, true, depending on what it is. But there are just some things that, I'm sorry, I cannot stay with you with.
Yeah.
We cannot figure this out. We cannot work this out. I got to go. Because at this point, now I'm loving you more than me. And I feel like when I get to that point to where I'm losing me in this relationship or with the guy, I have to go. Because
I 100% agree with that.
Yeah.
A lot of time we stay in situations, like I said last time, longer than what we need to. And it's like, walk away from it, okay? Some stuff is going to fix itself, okay? You got some things y'all got to learn to live together, all that. Those things, they're going to work together. And some stuff even a little bigger than small, okay? Not saying huge. Some stuff like, okay, like, he not good with he don't know how to pay bills right. Okay, that's a little bigger than small stuff. Okay,
That's a problem.
it is a problem, but those are things that you can fix. All right, hear me out. He don't know how to pay his bill. Well, let me be the bill payer. Bring the money home and pay the bills, and I give you some allowance. Those things actually work out. Those things you can work through. Okay. Now him paying this bill, he gambling all his money and winning and drinking it, smoking it, tricking it off. Yeah, that's something that's a big thing that you don't need to deal with. Okay. Some people choose to deal with that. If you choose to deal with that, then realize what you're getting yourself into.
Yeah.
Okay. Me for one, I ain't dealing with that. Okay, that's too much. But some people could deal with those things. You understand what I'm saying? Whatever's big to you. If it's big to you, then you walk away from it.
Right.
Because what's big to me might be small to you. What's small to me might be huge to you. So it's what works for y'all. You know what I'm saying? For me, it might be she don't clean up. That's a big thing. But to other people,
I feel like I'm a woman.
Yeah,
that's a big thing.
Yeah, but that for some women, that's not some men, that's not a big thing because I like to clean up. I'm a clean person. For me, that's
but
a big
I feel
thing.
like a man don't clean like a woman.
I agree.
Yeah,
that's
like
why,
you can. Let me say this: you can. There's nothing wrong with you helping me clean up, but I want you to know I'm gonna go behind you because I just feel like a man don't clean like a woman.
I 100% agree.
Like,
I 100%
literally,
agree.
so I'm like, you can help me, baby. Thank you for the gesture, but I think it's just a thought that what counts. I'm glad that you made the gesture, but you gotta know I'm gonna go behind you.
That's why I pay a woman to clean up for me.
You know?
Easily.
Yeah.
Easily. Listen,
'Cause
you can
women,
do it
we
better
are
than me.
way
You miss
more thorough
everything.
with
I miss
cleaning,
everything. Yeah. And she clean it. I don't even be home. Just do what you do.
Yeah.
Clean it up, and when I send you money when you're done, and we
Literally.
good to go. Yeah. I'm not the same.
Yeah.
You know?
Now
So,
with cooking, I'm kind of like, that's whatever, because you have some men that can cook, the woman can't cook, or the woman can cook, the man can't cook, or
That's
both
right.
of them can cook. That I feel like, hey, that's no.
that's big and small. Like what you
Yeah,
can fix,
you
what you can work on. A lot of times, for a man needs a woman that can cook. That not just a little bit, but can throw down. And some women just can't cook. You know, just what it is. They food be.
We go order takeout.
I ain't order. If I got a wife at home, I'm
But
not
what
saying.
if she don't know how to cook?
Well, you know, for me, that's not a big deal. Okay, because I can cook a little bit, and I don't eat a lot. I don't eat a lot of different stuff. You know, this don't mean that I eat a lot, but
Your appetite real
yeah,
basic.
exactly. I have a basic appetite, and everything I like, I know how to cook it. So I don't need you to be able to cook for me. So that's not a big thing for me. You know, being clean, that's a big thing because I don't like a nasty woman. You know,
I'm a woman. I don't like a nasty woman.
yeah, I don't like that. So, you know, I might not be as clean as you are, but I'm going to still pick up behind myself. You know what I'm saying? So, those things, you have to make sure what works in your relationship.
So basically, you feel like gender roles. I'm okay with gender roles depending on what it is. Some of them I feel like we got to stick to, and then some of them I'm like, oh, no, we can with that. That's okay.
Yeah, I'm with that. Gender roles for me, it's person specific. For me, I believe in gender roles because I had a dad that I grew up with. My dad was a man's man. So he did everything. He made sure the oil stayed changed, the gas was filled, the cars were filled up with gas. He made sure the yard stayed cut, the landscaping looked good. He did all those things. Okay, he even did some inside. He did a little cooking too. You know, my mom was more of the house mom. She worked too. So with her working, he got off a little earlier. So he watched the kids a little more. You know, he was an all around guy. So I believe that even as a man, you got to be all around as well to be able to put your hands in a lot of different things. In the event that she's not able to, she's on a sick bed. You know, she on bed rest. I have to be able to stand up and do all those things. So I feel like you should know how. So gender roles are not that big for me either.
They're not that big for me, but one of them, I'm gonna side eye you because as a man, why you don't know how to cut grass? Like
you better.
My thing is, if I'm married, why we paying a lawn man, baby? Because I know how to cut grass. So if you gonna get we gonna get a ride, mow, and a push. You could be on the push, I could be on the ride. I'm gonna be out there helping you. Yeah, for me, now that is something big because I just feel like as a man, you gotta know how to cut grass.
Right.
I'm like,
and see, that's big for you. That might not be big for somebody else. Somebody else might be like, you know, I'm cool with not being able to, you not being able to cut grass. We could pay somebody. My cousin come cut it anyway. He do a good job.
Even if you a corporate man in a suit and all of that, I feel like you need to cut grass.
Right. I agree.
Yeah,
I agree.
Okay.
I don't have an issue with that. I mean, that's a gender role that I'm cool with. Get out there and cut the grass.
Okay.
You know.
So we said cleaning is the top. It don't really matter about cooking. Let me think of something else. How do you feel about, because I know this is a big thing now, to where we got the whole stay-at-home wives. So, well, I mean, I know how you don't.
So
hey, this is a big topic, though.
Okay, so how I feel about that is totally different. I feel like our grandpas could do that because $10 an hour back then was a lot of money. Okay, you could make $50 an hour now and be struggling. Okay, because the cost of living now accounts for two people in the house, two incomes. Okay, if you have a man that makes the money and that could do that and he's not struggling whatsoever financially and he wants you to stay home, cool. If your man's struggling, get up and go work. Go help him out.
Yeah.
That's how I feel. Okay, so.
I mean, I'm 50-50. I mean, if I meet a husband and he want me to stay at home and he want to pay the bills, I'm going to stay at home and let you pay the bills. However, there are still going to be in other ways that I contribute to the house.
Correct.
But if you want to pay the bills, baby, that's fine with me. Now, if I got to get up and go to work and help you pay the bills, I understand too.
I'm not even.
But don't come and demand me to go no 50-50 with you.
I'm not even saying 50-50.
Because that's when you're going to trigger me at.
I'm not even saying 50-50. I feel like if I make double what you make, why is 50-50 even an option?
But for some men it is. You literally have some guys who make the money and they still feel like, girl, you gonna help me pay these bills.
I mean, you could throw me some, but like if I make 100, you make 50. So 50-50 to me is gonna be unfair to you. Okay. So if we gonna do that, then what you gonna take care of? If we gonna do 50-50, that means I'm taking care of everything extracurricular after that. Right? So if we doing 50-50, that means your nails done, your hair done, I'm doing all that if I'm making double what you make. So my thing is this, how about we have a sit down? What are you, this is how much everything is. My bills, your bills included. What are you comfortable with? If you comfortable with that, okay, I'm going to take on the rest of that. And we're going to go from there. That's me, of course. They got some brothers that feel like, I'm going to pay the house note. I'm going to pay this. You pay everything else. Whatever works for y'all, that's on y'all. I ain't got nothing to do with that.
Right.
I'm just saying, for me, 50-50 wouldn't really work for me too much unless you make what I make, the same amount or more. Then I still wouldn't say 50-50. I know I take care of myself without you.
Right.
So when you come in, I can still take care of myself without you. So if you coming in to just help a little bit, that's fine. But I'm good if you here or not. So.
Yeah, I feel like and this is just me from my perspective as a woman, I want to keep some type of independence in a relationship. So, like I said, I am okay with being a stay-at-home wife if that's what my man wants. But however, you got to know, like, there are going to be some things that I'm still going to want to do because I feel like I still need my independence. And I ain't never been big on no man paying for my nails, my hair, and all of that because I feel like I was paying for that before I met a man.
I got something to say. You done turned straight soft girl right
no,
quick.
I didn't.
But hold up.
That's true though.
So a man have you stay home paying his bills, that ain't manipulation?
And you said that for me.
In a sense, that ain't him trying to manipulate you?
I feel like in the sense sometimes do be because sometimes
because you got to go to him for everything.
Yeah.
So he got.
It's about a control thing. I do. That's why I said I'm okay with it, but I'm gonna still keep my independence. Did you or did you not hear me say that?
I heard you say that.
Don't try to come at me sideways.
I heard you say that.
That's why I'm like, you can pay them bills, but you gotta know there's still gonna be some stuff that I'm gonna always do for myself and maintain for myself because because I do feel like at some point it comes with control.
Yeah. If we look at our grandparents, when he did all the bills, he controlled everything. That's why he had 3 families. He go come home and take care of the kids. Then he got a family around the corner, and he got another family around the corner.
And my mom was okay.
And she had to be because she had nothing going for herself. So, do you really want to live that type of life? Because
to be solely dependent on a man, no.
Nah, I mean, get your own stuff. It's okay. We ain't trying to. I don't want you at home all day anyway. Okay, because when I come home, I want to come home sometime before you get there. I'll put my feet up, watch a little TV, watch what I want to watch, dance in front of the mirror, act like. I want to do something without you being there. So it's okay that you go to work. Actually, go out. Man, you going with your friend today? Y'all going to do something? Like, get out. Get away from the house. Be independent. Be that person that have something to talk about when you get home. Yeah. Okay, so for me, that's why I'm like, I don't want you at home all day. No. Because I work at night, so I'm sleeping during the day. So you in there, girl.
Right. That's why I say, to me, I feel like there's a thin line between being submissive and being controlled by men. I feel like they real, 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 real close. Like, you don't agree with that, but I really, really do feel like there's a thin line between being submissive and being controlled by men.
I mean, it is a thin line, but when you don't get your way, now he being manipulative, now he controlling, so forth and so on. Then we had them questions like I got when I first came on, why y'all so manipulative? Wait a minute.
No, we're not talking about that. we said there's a thin line
Uh-huh.
between being submissive and being in control. Because men nowadays, a lot of times they say women are not submissive. They don't submit, and that's a problem for me. And I feel like as a woman, you should be submissive. You should submit because, I'm gonna be honest, because when you are submissive to a man, you unlock a whole nother level of a man.
You definitely
really,
do.
really do.
You definitely do.
Yeah, you do. So it is its perks in being submissive, but I feel like that comes from a lot of times controlling me. When you want me, it's just some stuff I just feel like as a woman we should be submissive
I've never
about.
had an issue with submission from a woman. Never, ever, ever. Okay, and not because I lead with an iron fist. Okay, it's because I listen to you. Your input is valuable to me, and I that's not something I'm just saying to talk and sound good. That's how I show. That's how I feel. That's how I lead. That's how I'm in a relationship. How do you feel about it? Now, I might not respect what you're saying, or I might not agree with what you're saying. How about that? But I'm still gonna listen.
'Cause
So
don't say respect,
yeah,
'cause you
because
was
I'm
just
I'm always respected.
yeah,
But
uh-huh.
I might not agree with what you're saying. You might not agree with what I'm saying. That's why we communicate and we talk about the issues that's going on there, so we can have something going on. I've never had an issue with submission ever. If if we have an issue, people don't understand what submission really is and what it really looks like. Most people feel like I'm the man. You listen to me. And she lists. That's not submission.
But if I feel like if you gotta say that, you ain't a man.
Of course,
Because I
of
honestly
course.
feel like a man that leads properly, a
He never
woman
have
is
to say
going to
that.
submit naturally.
That's
You
it.
won't have to never tell her to do anything because you're leading properly. So it's like, baby, take the lead. I'm gonna follow you because you showing me what it is that a man's supposed to be. I feel like a lot of times when we hear these men talking about a woman don't submit, there'll be a lot of weak men who you ain't leading properly.
don't know how to- they don't know how to lead,
And that's
yeah.
why you got a problem with her not submitting.
Yeah, they don't know how to lead. I mean, if she give them a lead to do something, everything crumbles. So then you want me to submit to that. Like if you want me to submit to something, give me something to submit to.
Exactly.
Okay, be a leader that's worth following. Yeah, a lot of people they can't lead their own kids. You know, so it's like how you want this woman and her family to submit and follow you when you can't lead your own house well.
Exactly.
You know, when she met you, you was living at mama house, ain't doing nothing with yourself, ain't had a car credit score of 400, but you want me to follow this and listen to that when I see that you were leading your own self
Exactly.
in the trash can, but you think you about to come and lead me. That's those people that like to build a person. You know, I ain't got time for that either. You know,
Better
so
come already built.
yeah,
This ain't build
come with your
build a man over here. This
exactly.
ain't it.
A lot of time that's what we get ourselves into, want to build somebody and all that. So now you mad because what you built ain't going the way that you want it to go.
Right.
You know, so realize who you got. Okay, submission comes easily when you leading right.
When you leading
it
right.
comes real easy. It don't.
Right.
So you'll start getting calls. Hey, what you think about this? Oh, okay, yeah, I like such and such and such and such. You know, and just go from there with it.
Right. I got one more question.
Come
Y'all
on.
even gonna end the conversation. This is something that I hear men often say a lot, that they don't say certain things to women because they don't feel safe, or women don't make them feel safe enough to open up, to communicate, to be vulnerable. Why is that? Like,
That's
what we
100%
doing?
true,
That's
man.
the only thing I really be concerned about with what y'all say when y'all be like, well, we don't open up because you don't make me feel safe. Or I don't be vulnerable because you don't make me feel vulnerable. Or you don't give me the room to be there without me feeling like I'm going to be judged.
That's a loaded thing, all right, and that is very true. All right, because number one, if we're comfortable, we feel safe. If we can pull off the person in the streets in front of you, with you, you can hear everything. You're gonna know everything. A lot of times it's really because y'all don't make us feel safe. Y'all don't make us feel like we can talk to y'all in an open, non-judgmental way. Y'all can talk to us more than we can talk to y'all about certain things like that, because we not that judgmental. But y'all, first time we have an argument, it comes back up. You'll never hear it again. Okay. Whenever I'm talking to you, looking at me like with the eye like this, you know, you'll never hear nothing else again. I ain't talking to you no more. Another thing, if I'm telling you about something and I hear from one of your friends, you'll never hear from me again about things that I open up to. Those are some of the main reasons why we feel like that. In order to make a brother feel safe, that's why get to know the people that he feels safe with and see the type of person that they are, or the people that they are. Because a brother needs a person that he can open up and be comfortable with. A lot of times we don't have that. Sometimes we hold it in so much. That's why a lot of times a lot of brothers are quiet and angry, because we don't have those outlets where we can talk to another brother about how I'm really feeling.
You got therapy?
We do, but some people. Most men don't do therapy.
They don't.
Okay, most
They
men
don't.
feel like therapy is not needed for a man
They do.
because I don't want to sit there and talk to nobody about my problems.
Especially if I don't know you. How you gonna help
A lot of us, we internalize so much, and it comes out in other ways. That's why a lot of brothers end up cheating, because they can go talk to Becky, because she gonna let.
Hold up.
I'm not saying it's right.
If you gonna cheat, you gonna cheat. Don't never say a woman gonna push you to cheat because I
That's
do
not
not.
what I'm saying.
But I no, big dog, because you literally just said that's why men cheat
I
or
say
he
that's
go
why
talk
some
to.
he go
Well,
talk to Becky.
that
Let me finish my
is no way
statement.
you could justify
Let me
cheating in my eyes.
cheating is
Period.
wrong. Cheating is
If you
wrong.
cheating, that's because you want to cheat. That's what you want to do. Can't nobody make you do nothing you don't want to do. Period.
Cheating is wrong. I said that cheating is wrong.
Very.
But what I'm saying is that's why some brothers do that. It's not right. It's not right at all. But they feel comfortable talking to somebody else because you didn't make them feel comfortable.
Some of them go cheat and they got a woman that makes them feel comfortable and vulnerable and everything.
That's
else,
true.
And they still
That's just because he's a cheater.
But cheat is a cheater.
That's just because they are a cheater. Because women do the same thing. But we not gonna get on that because we ain't got much time left.
yeah.
So
yeah.
I mean, women cheat just as much as men do. I mean, actually, they cheat more, but that's another story, you know. But
my sisters don't cheat, baby.
huh?
My sisters don't cheat.
Your biological don't, but there's a lot of them.
My homegirls don't be cheating.
There's a lot of them.
We ain't no
There's a lot of them
cheaters,
that be moving around, you know. So, yeah, the brother got to feel comfortable around you, and that way you can close the door to other stuff. I'm not saying that it's gonna always happen like that, but if he feel comfortable to talk to you, then you got yourself something. If not, you know, you gotta figure out what is it that's making him feel uncomfortable not talking to you, and be open and honest to hear those
That's
things
true,
that he's
'cause
saying.
A lot of times we listen to respond and not to understand.
100%.
That's totally true. I agree. Y'all, I didn't have to do him too bad today, but y'all see, I was ready. But we're going to go ahead and wrap this conversation up because my big dog got to get to work. But it was some more stuff that I want to ask him. I may bring him back to ask these questions because I feel like in some sense he come on my platform, be trying to come at women sideways and be trying to justify for the brothers, and that's a problem for me. Because y'all know I'm fair. I'm very fair with my viewers. If it's right, it's right. It's wrong, it's wrong. But he got me feeling some type of way about that's why he goes talk to such and such, and that's why he cheating. But we ain't gonna get back into that. We're not gonna get back into that conversation. But make sure you guys tune in into this conversation. Thank y'all so much for tuning in. Do me a favor, don't forget to click that subscribe button. You can watch this episode. Go to our YouTube. Make sure you go to our YouTube. All of our previous conversations are on our YouTube page. We have a TikTok, Instagram, Facebook. Go and follow us on those social medias. Link with us. Because what I tell y'all, it takes two people to have a conversation. And I can't have a conversation if I don't have nobody to have a conversation with. Thank you guys so much for tuning into Look Who's Talking Podcast. And remember to always spread love, encourage healing, and embrace vulnerability. Deuces. All right. I couldn't drill you.
Boy.